So you want to get into shape, you want to be the best you ever, but you don't want to give up alcohol, and that's fine. But let me tell you my experience with what happens when my clients drink. Boom! Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Okay, so you know what? I post a lot of things on Instagram that are anti-alcohol, and I'm not against anybody's personal right to do anything. I'm a pro-legalize all drugs guy. I'm a libertarian through and through, member of the Mises Caucus. I love personal responsibility, but with that personal responsibility comes the role of society to self-police itself, because we don't want government doing it because, well, government's really bad at that. And who's to be the moral compass? Who makes anybody the ethics police, right? Government should not have that role. So it's up to us, fellow citizens, to talk to each other and discuss and educate one another about the risks and the benefits of any inherent activity, whether it's the risk of running naked in the winter or the risk of, putting metal in the microwave. There's also the risk of drinking alcohol. Alcohol is a very, very, very touchy subject because people love alcohol. It's how people celebrate. It's how people mourn. It's how people get by and cope with their day. You know, the adage of the dad coming home from work, cracking open a cold one and sitting back and watching TV while his wife gets everything ready for the kids. That is America. That's the world. In Europe, you drink at an early age. You know, I come from a European household, and alcohol we didn't drink it, but if I was 5 years old and I asked my mom for a sip of her wine, she wouldn't care. You know what I mean? And my mom is, someone who's dealt with substance abuse problems. So alcohol is a very touchy subject because I can go on Instagram and do a tweet post where I tweet, copy it, and put on Instagram, say, hey guys, smoking crack is bad. And generally people will be like, yeah, I don't think smoking crack's good for you. But then you got something like alcohol that actually just as little as one drink a week impairs your brain's ability to function optimally. Multiple drinks a week do many bad things, hurts your liver, impairs your ability to reason. It does so many bad things, but we're not talking about that. Okay, but let's get back to the post. But when I do talk about that, people get mad and you're on steroids and steroids. We're not talking about steroids. That's you kind of deflecting and trying to bring up something else. That's mutually exclusive. Whether I'm on steroids, whether I drink arsenic for breakfast, and whether I take cocaine for dinner, that doesn't matter. What matters is the statement I'm saying, that's alcohol is not good. It's not good. And you could cope all you want and say that, it's been shown that red wine helps, and it's the resveratrol. You get that from grapes and stuff, right? So anyway, it's not the alcohol. It's other constituents within whatever that alcoholic beverage may be. Overall, even if there are some benefits to alcohol, it's completely outweighed by the negatives, which are plentiful, from mental acuity to physical things. And I'm going to get into no science whatsoever. I've done videos. I did a whole video on how alcohol just destroys your brain. And I cited like 5 studies, and I had notes and I was reading from them. If you notice, man, my computer's closed. Hold on. Let me bring this up. See, my computer's closed, guys. It's not even open. And I'm just going to tell you what my personal experience is coaching people. So I offer online coaching, marclobliner.com. I also do some in-person coaching in Brentwood and Franklin, Tennessee. I coach at Carbon Culture. I also go to a couple people's houses during the week and help them. They have home gyms. We're in a very nice area where people have home gyms. Nice home gyms, too. I'm talking all Rogue equipment, better than most gyms. So anyway, in my years of coaching people, I was looking through my notes. Since I started marclobliner.com, Machine Training Solutions, I've had over 1,000 clients. That is since late 2011 is when I started it. I started it when I sold Civation. It was August of 2011. And since then, I've had over 1,000 clients. And if you count Team Civation and in-person training I did throughout my college years, you're looking at 10,000 plus people that I've coached directly and indirectly. And there's one consistency. If people drink, their results suck, period. For example, I have an in-person client now who's crushing it in the gym, eating right, but we're stalling. We're having issues with progress because he drinks and he won't give it up. And so what I'm doing essentially is I'm just basically, we're starting a fire, we're putting it out. We're starting a fire, we're putting it out. We're starting a fire, we're putting it out. But nobody's preventing the next fire. So basically we're taking 5 steps forward during the week. And on the weekend when he drinks, we're taking 6 steps back. And if we're lucky, we get 5 and 5. But I can't mitigate what alcohol does. And it's beyond what the studies show. Because I've seen weird-ish, where you're in a severe caloric deficit, even counting the alcohol, and you're training hard, and then after a night of drinking, the next 3 days, their strength is shit. We can't lose fat. For the next 5 days, the scale, no matter what we do, we can fast for 5 days. Nothing happens. Then we have another client of mine, an in-person client. The reason I say these is I know their intensity of their training, right? This guy came to me at 200 and I think it was 280, okay? And we didn't do anything with diet. Nothing. Just trained. And basically, he sent me his diet for the first month, and I'd be like, okay, what'd you eat? You know, meal 1, eggs and toast. Meal 2, chicken sandwich and onion rings. All right, bro, switch out the onion rings for fruit. Okay, cool. We'd lose another 5 pounds. Then it's like that dinner I had, ribeye and a baked potato with all the fixings. All right, bro, switch to sirloin and a dry baked potato. And we're losing another 5 pounds. We're crushing it. And the only thing we did at the beginning, which took off 20 pounds without adjusting his diet at all. And this is not a heavy drinker. This is 1 or 2 beers every few days. We took out alcohol. That's it. Katie, you remember my client? We took out alcohol. He just started dropping all that weight. Yep. Crazy stuff. And it just happens. So I have these online clients, which is most of my people who I coach, right? Because I can only coach so many people locally. Now, if you're in Brentwood, Tennessee, Franklin, or a surrounding area, I do coach at Carbon Performance and Legacy at Carbon, when I can. And I do have a couple of time slots available. But same thing online. If I have a client who literally will be like, hey man, I messed up and I drank on Friday, it's like done. So now I have a rule. If you're one of my clients, we don't drink. There's no alcohol. I'm a no alcohol coach. I know that Lane Norton, I do follow Lane. He posted something like, I like my alcohol. You still drink alcohol and get results. I'm like, yeah, probably. But why? Why do you need alcohol? What is it doing for you? Do you like being tipsy? Do you like not having control of your actions? It does a lot of bad things too, like it messes up your sex life. It messes up your hormones. I don't understand why anybody drinks, basically. I don't understand it. Like abusing steroids, I get it. Like I fucking get it. You get jacked. Like alcohol kills your liver, steroids kill your liver, but with steroids, you're gaining 10 pounds of muscle. With alcohol, you're just probably sleeping with a fat chick because you have no inhibitions. It destroys your inhibitions, your ability to make proper decisions. It's a horrible thing, man. But beyond that, like let's say alcohol is fine. It doesn't mess up your brain. Simply, this is no science today. We're not talking science. It's just anecdotal, whether you believe me or not. I make no money if you drink. I make no money if you don't drink. That is not how I profit. This is simply a public service announcement. If you want to make gains, if you want to perform great, if you want to be your best, don't drink at all. Not a beer a week, not a beer a day, not a beer a month, no hard alcohol, nothing. Just stop fucking drinking. And don't get mad at me for saying this because, listen, I can't state this more emphatically. I can't state this more. I don't give a fuck how you look. I don't give a fuck about your health. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to sit here and have you say, well, I drink and you do drugs, you're on steroids, so fuck you, Lobliner, pocket liner, panty liner, lobster prick. I've heard it all. The bottom line is I don't care. I do this. Look at my views, man. I ain't making that friggin' crazy YouTube money. I do this to help people because I give a fuck. And I'm not going to be here as one of, hire me. Even if you drink, you'll get results. No, you fucking won't. You'll get some results, but you're going to be fucking disappointed. And if you're like, well, I drink all the time and I look better than you. Well, good for fucking you. You want a fucking cookie to go with that fucking Kahlua? At the end of the day, you're the anomaly. I've coached thousands of people. 100% of the time, it fucks you up. Sometimes people will get shredded and get great results while drinking. You know what we call those? Fucking unicorns. All right, guys, that's all I got. So, while we're talking about alcohol, let's talk about liver health. Let's talk about organ health. Let's talk about ambrosia nectar. Ambrosia nectar is the single greatest supplement ever created for overall health and your organ health, and it tastes fucking good. I'm gonna link it down below. Get it at tigerfitness.com. Coupon code NECTAR-VIDEO, NEKTAR video, 20% off. Okay, guys, I love y'all. I don't want you to die, and I want you to look fucking great. Alcohol is bad, okay? And be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell. And remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not a game.
I used to have to go through dozens of bottles of vitamins, of supplements, just to get what I need. Look, I'm busy. I'm running multiple businesses. I'm coaching. I'm a professional bodybuilder getting ready for my first pro show. I don't have time to sit there and do all that. I gotta go. I'm on the go all the time. That is why I created MTS Nutrition Immortal. Here's how they look. This replaces dozens of bottles of supplements. And let me tell you exactly what this has. It has probiotics, greens, liver detox, joint support, cardiovascular support, and the most complete multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement ever created. If you have a busy life or you simply want more time to do the things you love and be able to travel by just taking one simple little pack with you, Immortal's for you.